The Xiaomi 14 Ultra comes with sleek metal frame paired with a vegan leather back that curves gently at the edges, offering a comfortable grip that feels premium. The design is thoughtful, with flat sides housing the essential buttons and ports, including a speaker grill, USB-C port, and SIM card slot. The display itself is a stunner too, a 6.73-inch QHD Plus beauty that can blaze up to 3,000 nits at its peak. The display is incredibly sharp, and the colors are amazing. I've got to say, I wasn't a fan of curved screens until I tried the Xiaomi 14 Ultra. It's got this gentle curve that's hardly noticeable, making the screen seem to hover over the phone body, which is pretty neat. And it's not just on the sides. The curve wraps around all four edges, giving it a sleek, cohesive look. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, which delivers the kind of smooth performance you'd expect from such high-end specs. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip keeps things running smoothly, without any lag or overheating issues. Let's dive into the camera, the highlight of this phone, and my personal favorite feature. The rear boasts a quad camera setup, headlined by a 1-inch 50-megapixel Sony Light 900 sensor. But that's just the beginning. Xiaomi has outdone itself with the 14 Ultra, adding a 75mm floating telephoto lens and a 120mm periscope camera, both at 50 megapixels, with the latter offering 5x optical zoom. Not to be overlooked is the 12mm ultra-wide lens and the sharp 32-megapixel selfie camera up front. The cameras are nothing short of impressive. You have two shooting modes to play with, Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic. While Leica Authentic aims for a more natural, true-to-life image, it can come off a tad flat. On the flip side, Leica Vibrant brings your photos to life with added color and brightness. As you'd expect, the 14 Ultra's main camera takes some pretty impressive shots. The details are sharp and mostly look natural, though some really complex textures can seem a bit artificial. You won't find much noise in these photos, which is great. The camera nails the white balance every time, keeping colors true to life without any noticeable mistakes. The colors pop just the right amount, giving your photos a lively feel without overdoing it. The dynamic range is also quite generous, capturing both the bright and dark areas effectively. The Xiaomi's videos are just as impressive, with all its cameras capable of shooting up to 4K at 60 FPS. The video stabilization is like a steady hand, always there to smooth things out except when you're pushing the limits at 4K 120. But if you want to take control, there's a switch in the settings that lets you turn it off, giving you the reins in director's mode. Xiaomi 14 Ultra comes with a 5,000 mAh battery. Despite heavy camera use, it lasts a full day, with about 30% battery left by night. It charges super fast, reaching full power in just over 35 minutes with the included 90-watt charger. It also supports 80-watt wireless and 10-watt reverse wireless support. If you're passionate about photography, this phone is a dream come true. It checks all the boxes for what a camera-savvy user could want. However, if your needs are more basic and you're just looking for a reliable device for everyday use, Xiaomi offers more budget-friendly models that will serve you well. The Vivo X100 Pro feels solid and well-made, but it's not too bulky or heavy. The camera bump has a nice texture that reminds me of a real camera lens. The back of the phone has a smooth and shiny surface that changes color when the light hits it. It looks pretty classy. The phone can handle some dust and water, so you don't have to worry too much about getting it wet. All in all, this phone looks and feels as premium a device can get in 2024. The X100 Pro has a stunning 6.78-inch FHD Plus AMOLED screen that uses an LTPO panel. It can go up to 120 Hz refresh rate, show all the colors in the DCI-P3 range, and get super bright up to 3,000 nits. The screen curves a bit on the edges and has thin borders, so you can enjoy watching anything on it with amazing clarity, brightness, colors, and angles. It's a joy to use this phone for any kind of content. The Vivo X100 Pro is a beast of a phone, thanks to the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 chipset. It also has a whopping 16GB of RAM and another 16GB of virtual RAM, so you can switch between apps like a breeze. You won't have to worry about apps closing or reloading because they'll stay in memory for a long time. This phone is one of the fastest Android phones out there, and it shows. You can multitask smoothly, without any lag or stutter. The coolest thing about Vivo X100 Pro is the camera. Seriously, it's amazing. It has a 50-megapixel main camera from Sony, with a big aperture to let in more light. It also has a 50-megapixel wide-angle camera from Samsung, with a wide lens to capture more of the scene. But the best part is the 50-megapixel periscope camera from Zeiss. It's not like the other zoom cameras you've seen before. It has a special lens that moves inside the phone to adjust the focus. And it uses Zeiss APO lenses, which are super good at making colors look natural and avoiding weird distortions. You can take stunning close-ups and videos with this camera, and they look so realistic. The Vivo X100 Pro has a 5400 mAh battery. It can handle a day of normal use, but don't expect it to last much longer. The MediaTek Dimensity 9300 processor is very powerful, but it also drains the battery faster, especially when you're doing heavy tasks like gaming or streaming. The upside is that it charges super fast. It comes with a 120-watt charger in the box, but the phone can only take up to 100 watt of wired charging, or 50 watt of wireless charging. If you're looking for a great phone that won't break the bank, you should check out the X100 Pro. It's a beast of a device that can compete with some of the most expensive phones out there. This phone has it all, and it's especially great for photography lovers. This is a smart choice for anyone who wants a flagship phone without paying a premium.